Now, if you mention the Italian lakes, the first thing that you got in your mind is Lago di Garda or Lake Como. But right between them, there is a lake which is called Iseo. It's a less well-known lake. Trust me, it's a true hidden gem. And it's the final leg of my journey around northern Italy by train. This was so cool. Famed for being home to some of the most scenic rail journeys in the world. Next stop, Torino. Packed with enchanting landscapes, unique traditions and irresistible food, all waiting to be explored. Join me on my Italian Express. I'm in the Lombardy region of northern Italy. Having explored its enchanting cities of Milan and Bergamo, I'm heading to this region's real hidden gem, a place Italian city dwellers have been visiting for centuries. 5 major lakes make up the Italian Lake District: Maggiore, Lugano, Como, Garda and Iseo. Just 30 miles east of Bergamo is the tiny town of Iseo, which sits at the southern tip of the lake. Often overlooked by foreign visitors, Iseo's outstanding natural beauty makes it, in my view, the most magical of the 5. There is a very special train that travels around the lake. It's known as Treno dei Sapori or Train of Flavors, and it's a bit like a bargain Orient Express. And while they take in magical lake views, passengers are treated to a meal of traditional dishes cooked with local produce. I'm going to be serving one of the courses on board, so first I need to source the freshest ingredients. Piero!
Ciao Gino!
Buonasera caro, come va?
Bene!
Tutto a posto?
Sì,
Piero's family have been fishing on these waters for over 100 years. One thing that really hits you here is the smell of fish. But I'm in for fishing, so let's do this. Da quanti anni che peschi sul lago?
da 20 anni.
Since 20 years that he's been fishing on this lake. È bellissimo qua, eh?
Eh sì. Ti tiene giovane.
I was saying, okay, I know that fishing is hard work, but look at the surrounding. I mean, this is just beautiful. E che tipo di pesci prendi qua?
Dopo cominciamo col lavarello corregone.
So the fish that they catch here with the nets is called agone. And it's very, very similar to a sardine, quite oily. And they come about 7:30 in the evening. And then when it's really late at night, they just pull the nets and it should be full of agone. Fishing remains the most important industry here. These waters are also home to pike, catfish, eel, sardines and perch. Ah, dammi una ricetta per l'agone. Secondo te come si dovrebbe mangiare?
Per me il miglior metodo è la griglia.
So Piero was explaining the best way to cook the agone is to grill it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Piero works for a local cooperative who are committed to passing their knowledge on to the next generation. Although clearly he has his work cut out teaching me anything.
L'importante è che sopra ci sia.
He's already telling me off. He said make sure that it's nice and tidy. Quanto pesce normalmente prendi, Piero?
30-40 kg.
Just asked him how much fish does he catch. And he said a normal evening is about 100 kilo fish. It's a lot of fish.
Sei già un maestro.
He wants me to come and work for him to put the nets. Come on, fishy, fishy. The nets are left in the water until Piero returns after midnight to haul them in. Stasera viene a mezzanotte.
Va bene? Al
Deal.
100%.
We got a deal.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Okay, I told him you can come here at midnight. I'm going to go to have dinner somewhere, and tomorrow morning I'm going to come and pick up the fish. We have a deal. I need at least 30 fish from last night's catch to cook for the Treno Sapori passengers' lunch. 7 o'clock in the morning, I got the croissant for the boys. Now let's hope that they got the fish that I need. Breakfast, breakfast.
Grazie,
Ti ho portato i
caro.
cornetti, tutto a posto?
Sì, eh?
Hello, they all mine? Tutti miei?
Sì, tutti.
See, a bucket full of this, perfect for what I need to do.
Alla qua, Gino.
Grazie ragazzi.
Ciao, caro.
Buona giornata.
Anche a voi.
With the train arriving at the station ready for today's customers, I'm going to prepare a super healthy, super quick dish of grilled fish with tomato salad to serve on board. I'm using all local ingredients, of course, the agoni fish, which we just fished from the lake Iseo behind me. Now, marinades. I'm going to put a good tablespoon of capers. Fennel seed, I'm going to put 1 teaspoon. They're quite pungent, the fennel seed, so don't overdo it. I'm not going to crush them either, because I wanted the fennel seed to pop when I'm going to start to cook them on the griddle pan. Then I'm going to pour a little bit of chili powder. This is going to give a nice kick. 1/2 teaspoon. In there, I'm going to pour 2 cloves of garlic. Slice and add to the fish. Add salt and a glug of olive oil. And 1 large lemon. Open up. Now, don't worry about seeds or anything like that. That is absolutely fine. Yeah, squeeze it all over the fish. You can do this marinade with salmon, with sea bass, prawns would be fantastic. Even the skin, you can break it up and leave in the marinade. It's absolutely fine. Maximum flavors. Look at that. Cover with cling film in the fridge, 1/2 an hour to an hour. It doesn't really matter. And the job is done. For the tomato salad, I like to use this one here. The little cherry tomato, little plum tomato, cut them in half. And the secret of a good tomato salad is to make sure that you marinate the tomatoes for a good 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna use garlic. Cut the garlic as thin as you can. Garlic goes in. So far, garlic and tomato in there. Basil. Of course, fresh basil. Don't slice them, okay? Don't do it. Look what I'm doing. I'm just picking them up in my hand, cut them, tear them like that. Big pieces. Add salt and a drizzle of olive oil. By the time that I cook the fish, they're gonna be all beautiful and marinated with the basil and the garlic. We leave this on the side. Ah, that's it. Look at the fish. This has been 1/2 an hour in the fridge. Very hot griddle pan. I can smell the freshness of the fish already. I'm also going to put a little bit of lemon, very willy-nilly. Now, a fish like this will take about 3 minutes on the first side and then 2 minutes on the other side. Don't overcook it. Beautiful. The passengers on the train, they are in for a treat. Pour on a plate and sprinkle with fresh parsley and olive oil. Then, my beautiful marinated tomatoes. Grilled agoni fish with an amazing tomato salad. I've just got time to pack up the fish and get to the station. Let's go! Before the train and its hungry passengers leave Iseo. I am in Lake Iseo, the most stunning but lesser known of the famous 5 Italian lakes. I'm about to embark on a train journey that's a must for food lovers. Set up 10 years ago to promote the region's cuisine, it only serves the best local ingredients, and I have made the starters. Where is the kitchen? Hello? It runs every Sunday all year round, taking 82 passengers on a stunning lakeside trip. Our journey will take us along the banks of the lake to the village of Pisogne. I'll be leaving the train here, but it continues south into Lombardy's leading wine region, Franciacorta, before heading back to Iseo. Is this normal, the wobbly? È normale sto
È
fatto?
normale, Gino, siamo su un treno in movimento.
Ok. Che sta cucinando?
Gnocchi ripieni alla rosa camuna con crema al basilico.
Fantastico.
Vuoi assaggiare?
She's preparing gnocchi. Definitely the first time that I cooked on a train. Don't move. Steady. How am I gonna do this? I don't know. I mean, I cooked in some weird places, but this, as we say in Italian, is taking the biscuits. My dish of grilled fish with fresh tomato salad is one of the 7 courses passengers will be enjoying for around 50 euros each. That's the good thing about this recipe as well, that you can cook it if you want to go for a picnic. Absolutely amazing. Ok, io sono pronto, eh? The train has 2 carriages, each with 2 restaurant cars. Thankfully, I'm only serving one of them. The secret is smile. Okay? Slowly, slowly, when you go in the back. Vai. We put them like this, yeah? The food is served to a strict schedule, with starter courses having to be eaten before we reach Pisogne. Ok, buon appetito, signora. Yeah, be careful of the bone in the fish. This fish here, this morning, was in the lake. So I took it from the lake and I put it on your plate. So you can't get any more local than this. Buon appetito. Com'è il pesce?
Buonissimo.
Sì?
The taste wonderful. Oh my God.
Thank you. I'm exhausted. As well as this incredible train journey, Iseo is also home to Monte Isola, the largest inhabited lake island in the whole of Europe. Rising from the lake, the island is named after the mountain which forms it. Much of its 5 square miles is dense woodland, with residents living in 11 villages dotted around the edge of the mountain. Andrea? Ciao bello, come stai?
Ciao Gino, bene.
Tutto bene? And one special resident has come to take me across the island. Andrea is Italy's youngest master craftsman boat builder.
Dal 1450 la mia famiglia viene da Venezia.
Mamma mia. So his family's been built in these boats from 1450. And he's the latest generation that makes these kind of boats. It's just a short 10 minutes hop across the water. A ferry provides a twice-hourly service, great for tourists and a lifeline for residents. Along with fishing, boat building is the area's biggest business. Andrea and his father Ercole work at their boatyard on the edge of the island. They are known throughout Italy for their exceptional craftsmanship. Ci siamo.
Perfetto.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Salve Gino.
Eccola.
Quindi questo è il posto.
Sì, questo posto nascono le barche in legno.
Bellissimo, eh? So he's been working on this boatyard since he was 4 years old. And even when he was 4 years old, he used to rather not go to school, but come here and learn the boat trade. Originally, they used to make only fishing boats, but then the trend changed. So they're making boats for socializing, sunbathing, partying on the boat. So it's a completely different business now. E quanto tempo ci vuole questo per farlo?
Ci vogliono 10 mesi.
10 months to make a wooden boat like this, all handmade. Quanto costa una barca di genere?
Chiedo all'Andrea che...
I'm asking for the price.
Ormai ho passato le redini all'Andrea.
I'm asking for the price, but the father said, I don't want to know. Ask my son. Quanto costa?
Questo modello viene sui 50.000 euro.
So it's about 50,000 euro, so 45,000 pounds. And the reason why they can sound expensive is because there is never one model exactly the same of another, so that they're all unique. So it is a one-off piece of art. With less than 2,000 inhabitants, life on the island is a simple, tranquil existence. Quindi 1.800 persone 4 cognomi.
Sì, sono 4-5, sono sempre quelli che dicono. Adesso i giovani, molti escono, quindi
Escono
un po' si ricambia.
So 1,800 people, they only have 4 surnames on this island. He said that you kind of get married next door neighbor, or if you want any fresh blood into the island, you need to go to the continent and bring them in. Quindi com'è la vita? Nel senso, è sicuro vivere qui o ci sta la criminalità? Come
No,
funziona?
zero, noi dormiamo con le porte di casa aperte.
Stai in mezzo al lago? No. So he was saying there is no criminals on the island. So much so that since he remembers, all doors for that house has always been open. Even if you put money on the floor, nobody touches anything. So what's happening if somebody does something bad on the island? And the answer was he or she, at the moment, is in the middle of the lake somewhere. Italian justice. The man in charge of justice here on Monte Isola is its mayor. Signor Fiore, come va?
Bene.
Tutto
buongiorno.
bene?
Benissimo.
Bellissimo, sì. Signor Fiore has lived here all his life and was re-elected to office again this spring. Quanti turisti vengono qua all'anno?
Beh, circa 500.000 di turisti all'anno sono sull'isola.
500,000 of tourists that come here every single year. I can see why. Very quiet, very pretty, very clean. So quiet, in fact, that Mayor Fiore, the doctor, and the priest are the only residents permitted a car on the islands.
Hello.
Buongiorno.
Arrivederci.
I'm the new mayor.
Ok, va bene.
Che cos'è qua? Queste foto?
Queste foto sono proprio dei quadri che rappresentano la storia del territorio, la tradizione.
So in the 30s and the 40s, where the fishermen used to bring the fish, and here I can see a huge, what it looks like a huge, che cos'è? Un pestole molto? Che è un...
Questo qui è un mortaio per pestare il sale.
I was right. This is a pestle motor where they used to put the salt in there, so crush it, and they used to cover the fish to preserve the fish in the old days. Look at this picture, how beautiful. People, Buongiorno.
Sono il mio fratello.
Who's the lady? She said you're the brother.
No, il suo fratello invece è lui. Questo è il fratello vero.
Oh, I see. So the lady, this is her brother, but she also called him a brother. So I thought it was his brother as well. But I said, no. They all call each other brothers and sisters because of the affection and the family thing that they got it. Iseo has been the perfect end to my Italian Express adventure. It sums up everything northern Italy has to offer. Breathtaking landscapes, unique ancient traditions, and a proud food heritage. Before I leave, I'm going to make one of its classic desserts, pears poached in wine and vanilla. Now, if you look at the ingredients, 4 or 5 ingredients. You need pears, you need caster sugar, you need a cinnamon stick, a vanilla pod, and a touch of vanilla extract. Of course, you need good bottle of red wine. Now, why do I say good bottle of red wine? Because often people say, well, if you got cheap wine, that is good for cooking. Wrong. That is the most useless tip that people can give you. If the wine is not good for drinking, the wine should not be good for cooking. Simple as that. Okay, so what you need to do this, medium-sized saucepan. You need to make sure that it's quite tall because you want to cover the pear. I've got some of the pear already peeled, but I'm gonna do one for you. I like to do with a knife. You can do it with a potato peeler. When you peel it, stay very close to the skin, like I'm doing. You can do this recipe with apple, by the way. I just cut a little bit from the bottom, because if I put this now, can you see it's wobbling? It doesn't stand up. So take a little bit from the bottom. Pick it up, straight into the pan. I'm gonna switch on the heat right now. Medium heat, don't go too mad. Then you get your bottle of wine. This is the hard part of this recipe. Make sure your pears are upright. Then what you do, you put your cinnamon stick. This is gonna give an excellent flavor. Your vanilla stick goes in there. I like to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extracts, and then caster sugar. What's gonna happen is gonna create a nice thick, shiny syrup that we're gonna serve the pear with. When you cover it with a leaf, just leave a little bit. Just leave a little bit like that, half an hour. But what I want you to do, every 10 minutes, just go there, move the pears around, and the job is done. So let me show you after half an hour. Take them out. Look at those pears. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. And keep the heat on a medium because we're gonna keep cooking the red wine until it becomes a syrup. Reduce the red wine down for half an hour. Then drizzle the syrup over the cooked pears. Minimum effort, maximum satisfaction. Buttati al cofaniello, ragazzi. Are you ready? Ecco qua, signora.
Grazie.
Buon appetito.
Grazie.
Io non lo ascolto.
Deliziosa.
Buona?
Buonissimo.
Signora, che dice lei?
Molto buono.
This is the way to end such a beautiful day like this. The view, great people, amazing foods.
E la ciliegina sulla torta.
La ciliegina o la pera sulla
O la
torta.
pera.
Yeah? Questa è la pera. He said this is the cherry on the cake. No, I said no, this is the pear on the cake. Pure voi.